Mayor Stephen Reed, I knew it. You are a coward.
I'm Mayor Stephen Reed. I am the sellout. Last night, the Montgomery Police Department acted swiftly to detain several reckless individuals for attacking a man who was doing his job. Warrants have been signed and justice will be served. This was an unfortunate incident which never should have occurred. As our police department investigate these intolerable actions, we should not become desensitized to violence of any kind in our community. Those who choose violence will be held accountable by our justice system, i.e. meaning black folks. Before you guys come to Mayor Stephen Reed's defense, listen to this audio tape of how he never liked you Negroes in the first place. Then come back to me and let's see if you love this Montgomery mayor, sellout Stephen Reed. You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
Fuck out of here.
Go ahead, Jeff. Read him his rights. I'm gonna play him the tape you made. He loves to hear his own voice.
Don't ask me. I can come smile. I don't have to do no work. Okay? I don't have to do no work systemically, and I'm going to be fine. And guess what? I will always get 38 to 45% of the white vote. If I get 30 to 45% of the white vote, I don't have to get the black vote I got this past election. I win. You got a black city, that's great. You can have all black everything, and guess what? You won't have green nothing. If the white money thinks that you are looking after their they will take the to Prattville, they will take this to Pike Road, and you won't have
It was be there for you. That's all I did was be there for you. That's all I did. All I did was be there for you. That's all I did. Huh, Jay Reed? You ain't no cop. You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
Mayor Stephen Reed, I knew it. You are a coward. All our politicians, all our black politicians have been the worst garbage that trash is not even good enough for. This man issued a statement and said, you know, basically he issued a letter to give a public service announcement and congratulated the cops and said it was a man doing his job, he got attacked. But then he made sure to degrade the groups of melanated people who defended that man. I didn't see him talk about it at all. He was talking down to us like we're his children. Every time you guys put these cowards in office, they sell you dudes out. They sell you queens out. This is factual. I did a video earlier this morning that said he was gonna sell y'all out, and I begged him, please don't sell us out. All he had to do, thank you to the police officers for doing their job, which they didn't do their job. If you look at the incident, the civilians had to protect that elderly staff member. Where were the police to protect the staff member? I seen black police there who didn't try to accost none of the white individuals. They didn't try to arrest none of the white dudes there. They only did it towards the end when black witnesses were shouting, no, they're the ones who were the troublemakers. That's when they choose to do it. Because the black police who came there, they arrested the guy with the WWF white chair who hit the lady, and he hit the dude too. I can understand that to a certain degree, but they didn't put no handcuffs on the troublemakers and the terrorists, the demon redneck terrorists that accosted and tried to do trouble in a peaceful day, which they actually disrupted the evening and caused the melee. That dude, the weak ass mayor, didn't call them out at all. They incited a riot. They gave the civilians of the Montgomery community no choice but to defend their own. Because I remember Malcolm X said it too, man, where law enforcement has failed to properly secure and protect a community, it's up to that community to take arms themselves and protect themselves. And that's what you've seen there. This dude is worrying about his constituents, but he looks at his constituents as the white people of Montgomery. They do not look at the constituents as black people in that community, and that was my proof. He denigrated those black people of Montgomery. He made it look like we're just violent people who behaved in a Neanderthal behavior for no reason. Like it wasn't a situation where they were protecting the elderly black man. And that's what I can't stand about our so-called politicians. They will sell you out for $2 in a breadcrumb. And I told you this was gonna happen. I knew it, and I'm not even shocked by this, man. It's just, when will you people stop voting for any of these tap dancing, stepping, fetching in office. None of them are good for us. Every single one of them you put in office have yet to do anything for any single one of you guys. I don't care if they're Republican. I don't care if they're Democrat. I don't care if they're independent. None of them are here to protect you. They're here to look at the livability and the stability of white society. They could care less about you dudes. The only time you see of any of these black minstrel shows come and protect you guys is during what? During November election time in January. They don't care about you guys. And I told you guys this. If it's not midterm elections and nothing like that going on, or kissing a baby, they could care less about your safety or anything like that. You seen him? He's trying to behave in a way that's the perfect slave boy for that society that's white. And I told you guys he was gonna do this. I'm gonna do another video and I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna show you what he wrote. This, bro, this was the day that every black folks, I don't care what your title is, I don't care if you have a bachelor degree or I'm a doctor, none of that bourgeois Negro antics matter today. The only thing that matters was we was in unity today. I even called out for an August 6th national holiday for a movement like this, bro. I'm so proud of my black folks. Like I love everybody, but this is the day it gotta be about us. We're always worried about every other race that don't give a damn about you. Now, if you're any other ethnicity and race and you care about the black man and black woman struggle, this ain't for you.
My brother's keeper? Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Well, soon after Montgomery police arrived at the scene, they say a large group of people were involved in this brawl. Our crew saw people in handcuffs. MPD says several people have been detained and any charges are pending tonight.
On him! Right there! Right here! All of them!
All them jumped over.
Baby, all of them! All of them! They crazy!
You was him, boy. You been in there.
You should have did that!
I'm going back.
All of them! That what you get? All they ass! I won't try that all on. On my mama, these motherfuckers need to have handcuffs on. Ain't no need to cry now. These the ones that started it. Y'all need to put handcuffs on them. Why they going to cry? Yeah, they jumped on him. They shouldn't even be arresting him. They shouldn't even be arresting him. He shouldn't even be arrested. They jumped on him. He wasn't doing shit for his job.
Bitch, I wish I was in Alabama tonight, bitch. Bitch, I wish I was in Alabama tonight. Bitch, I wish I was in Alabama tonight. Yeah, the boy caught y'all fucking ass tonight. Y'all thought y'all gonna get out of them, bitch. The boy was getting at y'all fucking ass. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, who that nigga was sweating? That nigga was motherfucking sweating. That nigga was they gave it to y'all fucking ass tonight. Bitch, I was yeah. The boys ain't bullshitting Alabama. They ain't bullshitting Alabama. Y'all would thought thinking they bullshitting Alabama. Y'all thought shit was sweet. Y'all thought it was sweet. Bitch, I wish I would do. Bitch, I wish I would do. I gave it to you. They caught y'all fucking ass tonight! They caught y'all fucking ass tonight!
The CMB, on and on. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Give a damn about you. Now, if you're any other ethnicity and race and you care about the black man and black woman struggle, this ain't for you. I'm not talking about you. If it don't apply, let it fly. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Don't goddamn bother me today. Our black politicians need to be called out today. I call a protest, not even a protest. Protest doesn't accomplish anything. I call out a day where we tell a black politician to their face, fuck you. You hear me? You tell them to their face, loud and proud and clear, and be coherent as you can be, so they can understand we're not taking this garbage anymore. Like I said, the trash can is not even good enough for black garbage politicians that we have. They sell us out for goddamn anything. This was a prideful day, a day of enjoyment to watch black people gather themselves accordingly together and proudly accept the solidarity that we have. To watch us how we galvanize ourselves together when we seen one of ours in a struggle against a cave beast, a struggle against a Neanderthal, what they call themselves, a Neanderthal, aka Viking. A Viking is nothing more than a caveman and a cave woman. If that doesn't apply to you, let it fly. That's what it is to me. Those are my opinions. I'm not saying if it's a fact or not. When I hear a Viking, I see a cave dweller who hates anything that's not their complexion. They even hate people who look like them. Where do you think black people learn how to kill each other, how to attack each other, how to hate each other? At the hands of these Vikings, these Neanderthals. We learned how to hate who we are by your hands, by your teachings. And I don't want to hear about they need the education. You see what happens when a Negro gets an education. He still ends up hating himself even more. He has no confidence. He is shy as hell. He doesn't realize who he is, the mountain that he is, that every other enemies of his has to climb. He doesn't realize any of that because he's too busy being a servant to those who hate him. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys through this video. Your black politicians have been the cancer to our society. They're the ones who laugh and dance, getting barbecue jingles all day, and they do nothing for you and I. I will continue to repeat this. I'm gonna be on this story, man, because the story is going deeper. That message he just put out is basically telling Negroes to tread lightly. He's basically letting you guys know I'm not on your side, because he only protected the black guy who got attacked by the white people. But he didn't even do a good job at that. He didn't even go deeper and said this was a racial situation, because none of those white Neanderthals and beasts who attacked that individual would have done it if it was a guy who looked like them. But because the guy was a black staff member and he was elderly, and they're cowards, man. They always attack our women, they attack our children and our elderly, but you won't go against warriors like me. You won't go against warriors what I seen in that video. The warriors took their shirt out. We had a superhero. That boy swam across the Red Sea, and Moses brought his staff and they opened up the Red Sea, and he let all the warriors in to get rid of these viruses that have been plaguing our communities. They always want to tell you about the gangbangers and all that. There is no truer gangbanger than the United States military. I'm a proud Army veteran, but that is truthful. There has been no more bigger gangbangers than our politicians in the United States of America. Our black politicians have been selling us out for far too long. Governor Stephen Reed, you ain't no cop, Jay Reed. Stephen Reed, you are the weakest of the weakest. Your wife doesn't get satisfied in bed with you. I know your wife is cheating with one of them big buck Negroes that you so desperately hate to see. I know your wife can't stand the image of you. She does a fake portrayal because you guys have to be in a condescending way towards your own people. You talk to us like this with your hand. Like, how dare you scold us? You wouldn't have done nothing to help that elderly man if you was there. You would have been one of the bourgeois Negroes talking about we need to do better. We need to be better than this. No, nigga, too much preaching. Sometimes blood has to be shed to get peace. That all the great warriors, no matter what ethnicity and race, have preached that. Sometimes there has to be bloodshed to get peace. In that situation, there was no time to act civil. Because if you have a beast that is uncontrollable, you have a monster, a mutant that came from the caves of the Caucasus Mountains of Mount Sheer, Russia. These beasts, these Edomites can't be talked to, they can't be reasoned with. Then the only thing you can do is beget violence with violence, unfortunately. And I'm not preaching violence. I'm telling you, in order to get peace, you have to lower yourself to their level. Yes, you have to stoop yourself to their level. That's the only language these group of people understand. Their whole history is war. Their whole history is violent. Their history is to demonize anything that's not them and make us look like the bad ones. When the truth is, these are the cowards that have been among us. I've been in Iraq with some of these cowards. They take pride in killing innocent kids. Yes, and in the military, these dudes was celebrating the death of young people out there. You guys call them insurgents, and they're not insurgents. They're grown individuals and human beings that need to be respected, but that's how they look at everybody that's not them. If they can look at other countries that they bomb like animals, what you think they look at us as? And look at our fake ass politicians. I knew it. Tap dancing, boy. Go shine them shoes, boy. Governor Stevens, Reed, you are no longer wanted in the community. Time is up, Jack.